If you want to know the kinds of men out there and which one will and should work for you, stay tuned. Hello, lovelies. Welcome to another segment on the Wisdom on a Dime series. It's your girl or woman, Bridgetrose and Vine. Now, in life and in relationships, all men are not the same. Okay? There are different kinds of men out there, but you also have to realize that men differ, whether it's some physical attributes to mental levels of maturity and emotional levels of maturity to financial capabilities. All men are not the same. They are not on the same scale at the same age. Now, you may find a man who is mentally and emotionally mature at 25, and you find someone that's 60 who's still acting like mama's boy. You might find someone that's 30 who's got a good command of finances, and you find someone at 50 who can even keep 10 cents together. So, they're not the same. Age is not maturity is not predicated on age. Okay? Now, but if there's one generic theme that cuts across the different men out there, guess what it is? Ego. Don't kid yourself. Every man has ego. But even in displaying the egotistical attitudes, they just displayed at different levels. Okay? But ego, it cuts across board. Every man has ego. So without much ado, let's just get right into it. Numero uno, number one, the laid back man. Lean back, lean back, lean back, the laid back man. Now, they're not ambitious, but they are very contented. They take the art of contentment to another level that for some people might be problematic. They are not stimulated by anything. They just want to go at their pace. Have you ever heard things like, I just want the basics. If I have a roof over my head and I have 3 square meals, all's fine in the world. I ain't got no issues. Not trying to go out there and multiple streams of income. I don't want none of that. I'm okay where I am. Okay? One job, 50 years, same income. I retire nicely, peaceably, quietly. That's who they are. They don't want no pushes. So if you're a very ambitious, go-getting kind of woman who believes that you can do anything you put your mind to, go out there, get it done, you might rub off on the wrong side of this group of men, and you might be contentious. So you might just want to be careful and note that. Number two, the loud but broke men. These are the flashy flashies, okay? They're good with words, very charismatic. They have no qualms living off of other people, especially women. They're like playboys. You know what the Americans in the southern part of the guys in the southern part of America call these guys? They say they are all hats but no cows. They talk, but they really can't walk the walk, because they probably ain't got no dime to their name. They don't even have a bank account, or they're kind of zero. Like, there is nothing in the bank statement, but they are the loudest one in the gatherings. They want people to notice them. They're compensating with people's attention because of the lacks or the deficiencies in their own lives. So you might want to be careful with these kinds of people. Now, the third group of people, the third group of men, rather. I have got it all, guys. Now, these are the boxed guys. They got money, They might be handsome, they might not be handsome, but they got money. They're rich, no hurry to get married. If they do, they just get married to complete their package. The whole successful man has a woman, and and all that. That's just what it is for them. They might not be emotionally available, so you don't look for them to satisfy you emotionally and all of that. they just not, that's not just kind of men that they are. They have girls on the dial in different area codes. Don't kid yourself that you're the only one in their lives. I mean, they can afford it, so they can keep a girl here and here and here. You might be the main missus, but you've got all those mini misses out there. You understand? So just know that. And for them, women are an accessory, not a necessity. Okay? You're not a necessity for them. You're just an accessory. They might, for those who are short, they might want women who are taller. For those who are maybe dark skinned, they might want really light skinned, fair looking ladies who are much taller and like bigger than they are, so that when people see the women, they'll be like, dude, you're the one who, that woman is yours, man, look at you. That's what it is for them. And for those who are like tall and maybe handsome, sometimes you might find this cute looking like guy who is like delicious to the eyes, and then his woman comes across and you're like, that woman's married to that guy. Sometimes they cannot have two people who look beautiful in the same house for them. So for them, it's like, look, I'm the one who's got all those looks and got all those box, so my woman has got to be, not so pleasing to the eyes. We can't have two people in the house who are looking fly. They want to be the only ones who are fly. So you might find that. Now remember, I said some men, but this is the kind of attributes that this group of men display. I have got it all, guys. Okay. Now we are going really quickly. So we've gone down to the third group of men. Now these ones are ain't got it, so you can't have it. I don't have it, you can't have it either. Now these are very sensitive men. Now this is a very delicate group of men. Their egos are easily bruised. They're very egotistical, okay, and very competitive, unhealthily so, very competitive. Yeah, they're very jealous, and sometimes they display inferiority complex, okay? So they're the kind of man who cannot, this is kind of man who cannot tolerate his partner doing better than him, okay? So, like, why do you have to improve yourself? Why do you have to be better? Why do you have to do that? Why do you have to add business to what you're doing? Why do you have to have money? It's always like, if it's going to happen, if it's going to click for anyone, it should be them and not you. So they are the kinds of men who will not contribute to your success, and they will not encourage you either. I mean, it's one thing if you don't have what it takes to add to me. It's another thing for you to stand in the way of my progress, of my success. You understand? So these are kind of men. I'll just give you like two quick examples. Let's say a man who barely has a first degree, and then he's married, he finds a partner, and probably she's got, she's a graduate. And then I remember a friend told me that this guy she was with, when she met him, he didn't have a university degree. Amongst all of his brothers, of all of his siblings, he was the only one who didn't get a university degree. And so she was telling him, look, I think you need to get back to school. I think you need to get a degree. You're the only one. I think it's good for you, for your own, feeling of self and all of that. And then when she also talked about, I think I also want to further, probably need to get my master's. You know what he said to her? Why do you need a master's? So here she is trying to encourage him to be better, to do better, but he cannot tolerate the fact that she also wants to do better. You see what I mean? So these are the attributes that they display. So you can see this play out in different ways, and it's about, if you talk about, say, he probably doesn't have a block to his name, for instance. He doesn't have any piece of land, or hasn't done anything that has to do with real estate. And then you talk about building homes, and then you talk about, oh, we should build, buy a land, because he knows that the bulk of this cash is going to come from you. So rather than support you so that, I mean, whatever you do is going to be beneficial for the family, he just doesn't want it to come from you, be the one to lead the way, or be the one to even suggest it. No, it has to be him that has all the money. How dare you have a better, bigger paying job than what you're earning now? Like, can't you be contented with where you are? Why you want to go to that job? They're the ones who see all the reasons why you shouldn't do what you want to do. Like, they know all the reasons why things shouldn't be done and can't be done. They can't find one good reason to encourage you to do what you want to do, because it's just the fact that they're not the ones who are leading the way, or the ones who are contributing, who are contributing the ideas or the resources for that. So if it's not coming from them, then it shouldn't even be happening in the first place. These kinds of people are very retrogressive, and if you have an idea of success and all of that, you probably are not going to move forward. So you might want to watch out for that. Now, the fifth group of men that you must know about ain't got it, but it's okay that you can. It's okay that you have it. It's okay that you can have it. You can have it if I don't have it. But these are the men who are encouragers. Okay? Even though he doesn't have the resources to support that dream or that vision, but at least he will give you moral encouragement and encouragement in several other places. You know. So these are the men that, take for instance, they are very proud of their mate doing well, going out there, being a go-getter. Maybe their mate providing 70% of the income to the home is not a problem for them. They're not emotionally, they're emotionally mature and mentally mature to handle that level of responsibility. Okay, so these are the kind of men, perhaps, when you're together and you are in school and maybe it's exams and you say, babe, I have to study for my exams, and they say, you know what, you go study, I'll take care of fixing up food for us and taking care of a few things just to make it easy for you to go study and make sure you pass your exams. Okay, if you, for instance, you have ideas about building, I keep talking about building, I love real estate. So you talk about building a house, and they're like, you know what, I'm going to have all the resources to match you to do this thing, but I know it's for us. So I have more time than you have. Why don't you go ahead and you do what you can do, and I'll do what I can do. Maybe he can go to the sites. Maybe he can supervise. He can do supervision work. He can take care of the kids while you're busy doing other things. He doesn't let those kinds of things make him feel less than. He's comfortable in his skin. Yeah. So these are the 5 group of men that we have. I might not have been able to cover more, but if you know any other type of men that we have not covered today, please share with us in the comment box. Please subscribe to our channel and click on the like button. Send us a mail. Let me know what you want me to talk about, and I will deal with it in subsequent uploads. Yes, and remember the art of visualization. Remember, if you think it and you believe it, you certainly can achieve it. Till we meet again, have an amazing life. Bye.